everyone. Hope everybody's doing good out there with all the craziness that's going on in our world right now. I thought I'd come on and do a video because I haven't done a video in a long time, and I wanted to do a video about Elvis's soundtracks, his movie soundtracks, because I enjoy a lot of his movie soundtracks, and I think that there are quite a few good songs on them. Some of my favorite Elvis songs are on his soundtracks, and if you watched my video about his movies that I did, I mentioned in there that it really irritates me that people put his movies down, and the same for his soundtracks. Of course, he had some silly songs that were just like fit for the movie, but he also had a lot of really great songs in his movies. Some were really big hits, and some of the albums actually went to the top of the charts. So I'm going to show you some of my collection and give you some information about the movies, and tell you which ones are my favorites on each soundtrack. So the first one I'm going to show you is this one. I had this album when I was a kid, and it was like one of my favorite albums. I played it until I wore it out, and it's what introduced me to Elvis's movie music. I don't know if you can see the songs, but somewhere along the line when I was younger, I lost this, and I was able to find it again on eBay and purchase it, and I'm glad because it brings back a lot of memories for me. Of course, his first movie was Love Me Tender. I don't have the EP, but I do have this CD, and it's Jailhouse Rock and Love Me Tender. It's a really great CD. It's got a lot of different outtakes of the songs. And of course, as we all know, Love Me Tender was a #1 hit for Elvis in 1956. So there you go, a movie song that was a #1 hit. And then his second movie was Loving You. I don't have the vinyl. I'm trying to find it in good condition, but I do have the CD. And the first side consisted of songs from the movie, and then the second side consisted of like extra songs. And my favorite songs on the album are Mean Woman Blues, Teddy Bear, Lonesome Cowboy, and Party. And of course, everybody knows that Teddy Bear was one of his biggest hits too. So then his third movie, which is one of my top favorites, was Jailhouse Rock. And I have the EP to it. And there were only 5 songs on Jailhouse Rock, but they were all great. Jailhouse Rock, Young and Beautiful, I Want to Be Free, Don't Leave Me Now, which is my favorite, and Baby I Don't Care. And also, we know that Jailhouse Rock was one of his top hits. So his fourth movie was King Creole, and this is actually my 1964 pressing of the album. I don't have an original. I'm trying to get an original, but this is in really good shape, and it plays really nice. And my favorite songs from King Creole are Hard-Headed Woman, Dixieland Rock. I know a lot of people say they don't like that song, but I like it. I think it's a great song. Trouble, Lover Doll, and Young Dreams. But this was a great album, and incidentally, it made it to #2 on the album charts. Then the next movie is GI Blues. This is my copy, my vinyl copy of it. And GI Blues was went to the top of the charts too, the album charts, all the way to #1. And I think it spent like a total of 20 weeks at #1. And my favorite songs from the movie are Pocket Full of Rainbows, Blue Suede Shoes, and Shopping Around. But it's a great album, and it has a lot of great songs on it. And then the next one was Flaming Star, and I don't have that EP either, but I have this CD. It's got the songs from Flaming Star. These CDs are great. I think I have all of them, and they're like different just CDs with compilations of his movies, different takes, songs that were eliminated from the movies are included. And Flaming Star had Flaming Star, which I like Flaming Star a lot. Summer Kisses, Winter Tears, which was not included in the movie, but it was supposed to be. Britches, A Cane and a High Starch Collar. And then Black Star is also on here. Black Star was supposed to be the name of the movie, but they ended up changing it to Flaming Star, so Elvis had to record the song twice in the studio. And the next one was Wild in the Country, and this actually has the songs to Wild in the Country on it too. That's what the single looked like. And Wild in the Country is, I like that song actually, it's a good song. It also had I Slip, I Stumbled, I Fell, Lonely Man, In My Way, and Forget Me Never on it. So it didn't have a lot of songs on it. But the ones that it had, they were pretty good songs. Next is Blue Hawaii, and as we all know, Blue Hawaii was one of Elvis's greatest films he did. One of probably the top grossing films he did. And this entire album is fantastic, and I have the original vinyl with the hype sticker on it, which is cool. And those of you may not know that it was nominated for a Grammy in 1961, and it spent over 20 weeks at #1, and it was second to West Side Story for the most successful soundtrack of the 60s. I'm sure a lot of you didn't know that, but this was a great, great soundtrack of Elvis's. Follow That Dream, which is my very favorite Elvis movie. I have the EP for it, and it only has 4 songs on it. I'm Not the Marrying Kind, Follow That Dream, which is a great song, Sound Advice, and What a Wonderful Life. I love that song. It's such a great song. So, Follow That Dream. It was number 15 on the Hot 100 LP list, and it was number 5 in Easy Listening. So it actually charted too. And after that was Kid Galahad. And again, I don't have the EP for Kid Galahad yet, but I do have the CD. It's got a lot of the songs on it. And my favorite songs are King of the Whole Wide World, This Is Living, and Home Is Where the Heart Is. And I Got Lucky is a great song too, from Kid Galahad. And Kid Galahad was actually number 1 in the UK in 1962. And then next we have Girls, Girls, Girls. And I've got the vinyl for that. Girls, Girls, Girls is kind of like one of his really silly movies. But there are a few songs on it that I like. Of course, I'll know that Return the Sender was a big hit, and it was from this movie. And then the other song I love is Don't Want to Be Tied. And everybody knows about, if you're an Elvis fan, you know about the Song of the Shrimp, and he gets a lot of crap for that song, but I actually think it's a cute song. The next one is It Happened at the World's Fair, and I have the vinyl for that. And I love the cover to this album. It's one of my favorite Elvis covers. And some of my favorite songs on here are Take Me to the Fair, They Remind Me Too Much of You. That's such a great love song. And A World of Our Own. So, I'm not going to go through all the songs because it'll take forever. I'm just kind of giving you like the ones that I think are great songs from the albums. Next one is Fun in Acapulco. And I really honestly like all the songs on here. I think his vocals are amazing on all these songs. But my favorites are Think I'm Gonna Like It Here, Bossa Nova Baby, which incidentally was a hit, and You Can't Say No in Acapulco. And Fun in Acapulco was number 3 on the albums chart. And I forgot to mention that It Happened at the World's Fair was number 4 on the albums chart. And Girls, Girls, Girls was number 3 on the albums chart. So although these were just movie soundtracks, folks, he still was charting them, and people were still buying them, and there were still great songs on these albums. And the next one is Kissin' Cousins. This is probably one of his silliest movies too. Some of my favorite songs on Kissin' Cousins is Once Is Enough, and although it's just a song that's fit for a scene, I like the song One Boy and Two Little Girls. And there's 2 bonus songs on this, Echoes of Love, which is a great song, and Long Lonely Highway, which was later used in the movie Tickle Me. And Kissin' Cousins made it to number 6 on the album chart. Viva Las Vegas, I don't have the EP for that yet, but I do have one of these. As I said, these are great. I don't know if you can still find these. I think you can, but these are great CDs because they have like all of the songs, even the ones that were omitted, I think that's how you say it, from the movie. And it has like different outtakes. And my favorite are Need Somebody to Lean On, Come On Everybody, and The Lady Loves Me with him and Anne Margaret. Next is Roustabout. It's another one of my favorite album covers. And this actually went to number 1 on the albums chart. And this was right before the Beatles came to America and took over everything. And some great songs on here. The title track, Roustabout, I love that song. And Little Egypt was a great song too. And also I like Big Love, Big Heartache. So Roustabout. Next one is Girl Happy. Girl Happy went to number 8 on the LP charts. Some of my favorite songs from this one are Cross My Heart, Puppet on a String, and I actually really like the song Do the Clam. I know it's silly and everybody makes fun of it, but I like that song. Tickle Me is next. I do not have the EP for Tickle Me, but the strange thing, here's the movie. The strange thing about Tickle Me is that they used previously recorded songs for the movie. So they used I Feel That I've Known You Forever, Slowly But Surely, Night Rider, Put the Blame on Me, Dirty Dirty Feeling, I'm Yours, Long Lonely Highway, Easy Question, and Feel So Right. And those were all previously recorded in different years. Why they did that, I have no idea. Next is Harem, Scarum. This is probably the movie that he gets the most crap for, and it is a really crazy, silly movie. But as I've stated before, I really like this soundtrack. I don't know why everybody puts this soundtrack down, because I think it is a good soundtrack. And I have the original vinyl with the photo. And some of my favorites on this are Harem Holiday, Shake That Tambourine, So Close Yet So Far from Paradise. I love that song. And Animal Instinct. But, I mean, you can call me crazy or whatever you want, but I don't think this is a bad soundtrack. Next is Frankie and Johnny. And I have original vinyl for that. And this is a really good soundtrack album too. I have the original picture for it. My favorite songs on Frankie and Johnny are the title song. Beginner's Luck, I love that song. Shout It Out and Please Don't Stop Loving Me. And Frankie and Johnny made it to number 20 on the album charts. And I forgot to say that even though everybody puts this down, it made it to number 8 on the charts, folks. So it was a top 10 for him. Next is Paradise Hawaiian Style. To me, this is his worst soundtrack album. There's a couple songs I like on it, but out of all of them, I think this is the worst one. But the songs that I like are the title track, Paradise Hawaiian Style, and Dayton. I know that's a silly song, but I really like it. And Paradise Hawaiian Style made it to number 15 on the albums chart. The next one is Spin Out. This is another one of my favorite album covers. Elvis looks fantastic on it. I love this movie. I know I've said before, and I'll say it again, he says my name in this movie. So I've got the original photo to it. And some of my favorite songs from this one are All That I Am I Ready, and I'll Be Back. And the title song, Spin Out, is a great song too. And Spin Out made it to number 18 on the albums chart. Oh, the two bonus songs on here are I'll Remember You and Down in the Alley, and I love the song I'll Remember You. Easy Come, Easy Go is the next one. I don't have that EP, but this is what it looks like. And I like the title song. And Sing You Children Sing, I like that song a lot too. Some of the other songs are The Love Machine, Yoga Is as Yoga Does, which is a crazy, ridiculous song. You Gotta Stop, Sing You Children Sing, which is one that I said I like. I'll Take Love, She's a Machine. So Easy Come, Easy Go. Next one is Double Trouble. And this was probably one of his worst movies. And I have the vinyl with the photo. But I like some of the songs on it. I like Baby If You'll Give Me All Your Love. And then some of the bonus songs I like are Never Ending and What Now, What Next, Where To. And then the other songs, well, It Won't Be Long and Blue River were the bonus songs. And yeah, Double Trouble. And then next was Clambake, and I have the original vinyl for that with the photo of Elvis and Priscilla. And I like the title track, Clambake, and I like You Don't Know Me. I actually like the other studio version of You Don't Know Me, but the one from the album is pretty good too. And then what made this album pretty good is the extra bonus songs on it. Big Boss Man, Singing Tree, Just Call Me Lonesome, and Guitar Man. Next was Stay Away Joe. Stay Away Joe is a ridiculous, ridiculous movie, and I don't care for it. There's not an EP for it, I don't think. Then this is what the movie looks like. But the songs on it were Stay Away Joe, All I Needed Was the Rain, which I really like that song, and Dominic, which he gets a lot of crap for. But there wasn't an EP or an album for that one. Those songs ended up being on a lot of the Camden albums that were released. And then the next one, which is the last vinyl I have, is Speedway. This was a pretty cute movie. I liked it. And the songs weren't that great in it. But some of the songs that I like are Your Time Hasn't Come Yet, Baby, and Let Yourself Go. And then the bonus songs were Western Union, Mine, Going Home, and Suppose. Live a Little, Love a Little, which his next 4 movies are all on this. Live a Little, Love a Little, Charo, Trouble with Girls, and Change of Habit. Charo only had one song. And then Live a Little, Love a Little, I really like that movie. And Almost in Love, Edge of Reality, Little Less Conversation, which ended up being a hit in the 2000s when it was remixed. Those were the songs from it. And then you have Charo. Charo just was the title track. That's all that was on Charo. And The Trouble with Girls. My favorites from that are Clean Up Your Own Backyard, Swing Down Sweet Chariot, and Almost. And then, of course, Change of Habit. Change of Habit had to have a happy, Let's Be Friends, Change of Habit, Let Us Pray, and Rubberneckin', which was a hit for Elvis. So that's it. That's all I got, folks. I just wanted to go through them all and give some information about him and tell you some of the songs that I like and show you some of my collection. And like I said, I don't think his soundtracks were all that bad. He had a lot of great soundtrack songs, so I don't know if any of you agree with me, but it's okay. We can have a difference of opinion, but hope everybody is staying safe and well out there. Until next time.